Well, as soon as we leave on this adventure, I like to call it an adventure because shit is an adventure. What I hope to do with my old broken down body is I hope to ride quite a bit on my bike. That'd be nice to get back in shape and prove that I'm still uh, somewhat viable. You know, it's funny. Everybody that I know keeps asking me how I'm going to pull this off with what I've said I'm going to do. Uh, and you know what? I'm not entirely sure. I keep saying I hope I can inspire other people to get up off their ass and actually get some exercise because I've spent a lot of years not exercising. I mean, I would be, when I surfed, I mean, it was 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, whatever, constant activity, feeling the body working and all that. And then I went into periods where the only part of my body I felt were my liver trying to, assimilate all the horrible things I was putting in it. Um, but I have publicly stated that I'm going to try and ride as many as 2,000 miles on this trip. I I'm hoping I can work up to it. I'm going to try to work up to it. Uh, my main thing is when I'm out on the road, every time we're in somewhere inhabited, I'm going to be shooting and interviewing anything and everything I can. The times where we're desolate in long stretches, which we're going to be in, especially in the West, I want to be riding. I want to see this country. I mean, I love this country. I want to see it. I want to see what other parts of it. I mean, California, you can't take this as a representative sample of this country. It's completely different than any other place, with the exception of New York, from what I've heard. I want to go to the Midwest. I want to see Ohio. I mean, hell, I was born there. That's what I'm looking forward to. Is I want to see the country, and I actually want to. I want to meet the people. I want to see what people outside of California are like. I could never imagine being a politician. I could have never imagined being politically vocal before. I'd complain about stuff, but I would just go with the flow and, oh, it's going to change. It's all going to be the same. This asshole, this asshole, this asshole. They're all going to be the same. It's never going to change. These people all think the same. No, I would never want to be in politics because, again, I would never want to try and sell myself to somebody. The only way I could sell myself to somebody is if I was selling myself playing a part where I was playing a part. And I was showing my skills at doing something. Now, if I was trying to sell what I believe to somebody, that's something I couldn't do. Again, people should believe in ideas, not in people, and too many people want you to buy them. The key to the whole thing is people just need to think. People have to use common sense. They have to be rational. I mean, I try not to offend anybody with that, but I mean, look at something. God knows enough people look at the number of calories and carbs on a goddamn package of mashed potatoes or a candy bar. Why don't you look at what you're voting on? I mean, you ever thought about that? That people put more time reading about what they're putting into their bodies than what they're voting on. The idea of being able to go out there with a very clear idea of what I believe in, and not to force it on people, or not even say, here, follow me, listen to me on this, but think about what's going on. Just think about it. I mean, awareness is the one thing that anybody can do. You don't have to be a politician to bring awareness to people, to tell people or let people know that things have changed. Things aren't right. I mean, everybody's got some factor of their life that isn't right. There's got to be some way that you can get people roused up and remind them that there are liberties and rights that they deserve and they're entitled to. I mean, not the right to a good car, not the right to this or that, but the right to have the ability to earn for a car. It's got nothing to do with being given stuff. It's the idea that no matter what, nobody can prevent you from earning that car, that house, not to be given it. People have got to have some solid ground to move forward on. And the whole idea was that nothing is ever sure, but you shouldn't have your own government undercutting you along the way. There's enough problems to where you could fail without having them change something that makes you fail. If what we do going across the country just can bring awareness to that things are wrong, there is a better way, don't necessarily look at what I believe very strongly in getting back to the way we started. Constitution's a damn good place to start. That's where we started before. Let's try starting there again.
What is your biggest fear going on this trip?
I'll get raped by hillbillies. Sorry.